protests are continuing over the detention of popular lawmaker Robert Kyagulanyi, better known as Bobi Wine. He is among 34 opposition members of parliament and supporters arrested in connection with last week's attack on President Yoweri Museveni's motorcade.
Protesters in downtown Kampala are demanding the release of popular MP and musician Bobi Wine. Police used tear gas and fired live rounds in an attempt to disperse crowds. Wine is among 34 people arrested following an attack on President Yoweri Museveni's motorcade. A longtime critic of Museveni, Wine has been charged with illegal possession of firearms. Pictures circulated on social media last week showing a badly injured Wine. His lawyer claims he was tortured by police. President Museveni has dismissed the reports as fake news. But his denials weren't enough to quell rioters, who took to the streets chanting Wine's slogan, "People power, our power." The MP is set to remain in police custody until his next court appearance on Thursday. Astatal, CGTN.
And let's get you the latest now from Uganda's capital, Kampala, where CGTN's Leon Sinyange is standing by. Leon, the arrest of opposition member of parliament, Bobi Wine, and others is still sparking protest action in Kampala. Do we know of any casualties at the moment?
Well, as of this evening, the police statement indicates that one person was shot dead in downtown Kampala. 45 people have been arrested after today's demonstration. So precisely that is exactly what the authorities are claiming. Definitely, it's been a busy afternoon here in the capital, where several protesters went into the streets, burning tires and all sorts of things in protest, demanding the immediate release of Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi. It's definitely been a tough and intense week from last week, rather, and that has brought into the situation that Kampala is in, and that the forces are expected to deploy even later this evening.
Well, we have seen a high number of police officers deployed. Do you think the high number of police officers deployed will deter further demonstrations?
Well, it is something that I highly doubt, but we really can't rule that out. Tuesday will be a public holiday in Kampala. Most people will be expected to stay at home, but even still, with the deployment may come the situations that we actually saw today. But we definitely can't rule out any possibilities of any further demonstrations coming either tomorrow or even any time during this week.
Well, Leon, last week we heard from Bobi Wine's family that he had been badly beaten up and injured, allegedly, at the hands of police. Has there been any official word from the government on this?
As of Sunday, President Yoweri Museveni put out a statement that indicated that Bobi Wine had suffered, no injuries whatsoever, but it is a statement that has been highly doubted. As of yesterday, several members of parliament went on to visit Bobi Wine, where he's being held in an army base in Machindye. Some, of course, contrasting information coming through, others indicating that Bobi Wine is fine. Others, however, have suggested and have told us that Bobi Wine is still having difficulty. He has injuries to the head, has difficulty talking, difficulty sitting and also moving, and that even still one of his kidneys may have been affected from the beating of last week. So definitely we're not yet sure exactly what kind of condition Bobi Wine is in, but the government seems to suggest that he is fine. Others think otherwise. But he'll appear in court on Thursday, so possibly the kind of state that he may be seen in will tell us much of how Bobi Wine or Robert Kyagulanyi is after last week's incident.
Right, Leon Sinyange for us there in Kampala.